We got to change the strings on the guitar. I was trying to think when was the last time that I changed these strings, and I cannot remember. So it's more than past due. Mic check, mic check. Check whatever. Mic check, mic check. It's close enough. Let me know if the background music is too soft or too loud. I think it's a good volume though. All right, what we need to do when you're changing your strings, you got to get everything together. So I'm going to do a full overhaul today. I'm going to clean it as well and polish it because she's getting pretty dirty. I need to replace the battery in the pickup as well. So, you know what? Just realized I need to get some wire clippers. Okay, that should do it. Gotta have some of these. It's critical. So from here now you just release this tension on the strings. When I clip these strings, I don't want there to be any tension on them. So really take it down until they're like completely slack. And I cut them about the 7th fret. It's about right. Doesn't really matter where you cut them at. I just like to have a little material on the bridge side and on the nut side as well. Take out the bridge pins. Make sure you don't lose these. Here's a little pro tip. When you're getting rid of your strings, they're kind of hard to manage. And so you can tie them in a knot. So get all the same length. And just tie them in a knot. I like to go in and out a couple times. So then you're just left with something like that, instead of just loose strings hanging all over the place. It's a lot easier to throw them in the trash as well. And then do something similar to the top. And the way that I change strings is I kind of tie a slip knot around the tuning peg, and so the string grips on itself as it tightens, and so there's no chance for it to slip. And the downside of stringing the strings the way that I do is that it takes probably 24 or 48 hours for all of the slack to come out of the string. So you will go out of tune for that amount of time period. You'll have to retune constantly. But what it does is it gives you tuning stability for months after the fact. So that's why I do it that way. Sometimes it's hard to see, especially on these little guys. There we go. Almost poked my eye out. I've had a couple close calls over the years. On my acoustic, I am not a Diodario guy. I used to use those, although on the electric back there, I use Diodarios. So these are the strings of choice for this guitar. And I landed on these. I've tried Martin strings, I've tried Diodario strings, I've tried Ernie Ball. There's a handful of other ones, string manufacturers that I can't remember the name of. But I landed on these in particular because they're coated and they last so much longer than an uncoated string would. And I've just never had any issues with it. They sound really bright, really clear, clean. And knock on wood, I've never had one of these strings break on me. And I've used them since 2012, maybe, for the last decade. Yeah, Elixir is my go-to for electric. For acoustic, Elixirs are my go-to. For electric, I like the Diodarios. And I guess it just decided to rain here in Kansas City. It's pouring right now. All right, so I'm not sure if you can tell, how dirty the fretboard is. But there's quite a bit of gunk build up. Especially down there in the first, second, third through fifth fret. So this is something I like to do not every single time I change strings, but mostly since, yeah, I try to do this every time I change strings, is clean the instrument. And these got kind of nasty. So what I use to polish and clean is this stuff called Music Nomad, the Guitar 1. So that polishes it up real nice. And then for the fretboard, I use this stuff called F1 oil. F1 oil. Not a sponsored video. I just love it. So that's the F1 oil is what I use on the fretboard to moisturize. You know, wood needs moisturizing too, right? So we're gonna clean it up here real quick. Just use some motor oil. Yeah, rub it in there. Put some dirt on it. So I like uncoated strings on the electric, and I feel like it just gives a better tone, personally. I've tried uncoated. I've probably had more uncoated strings on this guitar than coated ones, and I just prefer the feel and the playability of the elixirs. But for electric, I don't know what it is. It's just a little bit different. So we're gonna start. I had this bottle stored horizontally, unfortunately, or like it must have tipped over somewhere, and it's just the stickiest thing ever. Spray nozzle don't work. Whatever. And buff it. Give it a nice buff. I know from the camera's point of view, you probably can't tell how dirty the guitar is, but it's honestly pretty nasty. We'll see if the paper towel shows up what I'm looking at. By the way, Youthy, hope you're doing good, man. There's like sludge build up. How does this come off of my arm? I don't know. You can't even tell. And make sure you discard your waste in the proper position. Don't just throw it on the ground. This was so dirty, she needed a second paper towel. That's what she said. So the front was the worst. It always is. The back and sides aren't too bad. Up here's pretty nasty. Yeah, just call up on the maid. Anyone watch the F1 races? I have a friend who's been getting into that. All right, she's pretty good now. Pretty smooth. When you rub your hand over it, it's like, so smooth. Feels so much better. Beforehand, my hand would just like stick. All right, gotta get the neck. I'll do that after. Headstock. Yeah, Formula One, those guys are insane. I mean that in a physical and a mental way. They're basically driving an airplane on the ground. Ooh, she fresh. She fresh. Man, every time I set this guitar up and bring it back to brand new shape, it just feels good. Makes me want to play more. Okay. Been watching since 2012. So you actually a follower. The only racing name that I know in the history of time is Mario Andretti, and I don't know what he drove. But that's who I know. Other than that, I would not do good on a trivia game show when it came to F1 racing. Or racing in general. You know what? Jeff Gordon. Gosh, this stuff is nasty. I've literally had this conditioner oil for probably over 10 years now. And it's about time to replace it. I'm actually not sure what kind of oil that they use on this. It doesn't say what the ingredients are, or what the active ingredient is. I know it doesn't have something like a lemon oil or acidic stuff. It's just really good. It's not gonna deteriorate the wood itself. It's not gonna eat away at it in an attempt to clean it. It's just gonna hydrate it. So if you need to do a deep clean of your fretboard, like if you don't constantly maintain it, you might need to use something with lemon oil so it actually eats away at some of the gunk and buildup. But I do this at least once a year, if not twice a year. So it never gets to the point where I need to put harmful chemicals on the fretboard. We like it all natural. And some fretboards, they're coated with, or they have a sealer on top, but this fretboard does not, so it's just bare wood. Oh, Ricky Bobby. I guess I know a handful, now that I think about it. Danica Patrick? Danica Paprika? Was that her name? Who else? Dale Earnhardt? Felt like I said his name like his family would say it. Dale Earnhardt? this nice and soaked in there. And this is the part, I mean, obviously this is the playing surface of the guitar, and I've played for... Dude, I don't think I've changed strings since we've started the Twitch channel. I'm like trying to remember if we did or not. And if this is the first time that we've changed strings, that would have been over 10 months. Which is longer than I generally go. And we're playing a whole lot too. So it was due. But this is, I need to do this process probably 3 times in order to get everything off. Get out of here. Unique girl, how are you? Putting on some new strings tonight. Oh, so Mario Andretti was F1, okay. Just way back in the 70s. I saw a movie about F1 racing. Where I think it was it F1? It might not have been F1, but it was like the battle between Ferrari, Lamborghini, and like Ford GT. And I can't remember what it was called because I'm terrible with remembering names and of anything in pop culture. And I think there was my friend who is into the F1 racing scene, he said there was a new movie out about it. There's just so many things to watch. I'm not sure that I'd ever actually sit down and watch it. If I were doing this right, this is a product that you need to let sit on your fretboard and let it soak in for a few minutes, but I honestly don't really care too much. So I'm just gonna clean off the gunk and get going. Bridge. Let's get in the light. Perfect. It already looks a lot better. It's kind of wet though. Yeah, that's right. Full submersion. Just dip it in the oil. That reminds me of a friend that I have. He does woodworking for a side hustle right now, and he makes cutting boards. So there's really cool, what would you call it? In-grain cutting boards. The ones that sell for like hundreds of dollars and whatnot. But what I was gonna say is after he gets it all cut out and sanded and it's like ready for finishing, he just dips it in a bath of mineral oil, and it's really satisfying to watch that. And then you just let it sit in there for a while, soak it up. Oh, this is really nasty. I didn't know how dirty it was. And up here is pretty bad. Sometimes you don't see it until you do. But I'm also one of those people that if I start a project, and especially if it's cleaning related, it has to be perfect. or else it's just gonna bug me. So I started this at 8 o'clock. We'll see how long it actually takes. I used to take my guitars into a place called Mass Street Music in Lawrence when I lived there during college. And I'm so glad that I've just figured out how to maintain and set up my own guitars, because I've probably saved thousands of dollars over the years just doing this myself. Hey, Mount Hood. We are putting some new strings on this guy. Just a 4-hour cleaning session. Every nook and cranny of this guitar is going to be clean. So I'm going to put this on one more time. Rub it in. And generally, I think the best rule of thumb is to just keep going until you stop seeing stuff on the paper towel. That should be pretty obvious, but helpful little tip. Something that's kind of cool is I've had this guitar long enough, and I've played it enough, more importantly, that I can actually see indentations where my finger has, built up friction and actually worn down the fretboard itself. There's just something about a used guitar that feels special. And for a long time after I bought this guitar, I kind of had buyer's remorse to it, because I really spent a lot of money on it, and at the time it was something I just couldn't afford. And I sold so many different items that I had, like musical items, and like multiple amplifiers, multiple guitars, headphones, just little gadgets, little guitar pedals, just things that I had accumulated over the years for Christmas and birthdays. And I sold all of that stuff, and I literally just got this one guitar. And I kept thinking for a while that, I should have just saved the money and bought a used guitar. Why didn't I just buy a used guitar? And as I look back on it now and I think about that, I am so glad that I made this investment, because this is, it's my guitar. No one else's has played this before, and all of the wear and tear that is on it is from me. And it's definitely the most special instrument that I've ever had in my life. Because the relationship that you have with your musical instruments, it's definitely a personal one. And used instruments, they just have a history about them. And every time I pick up this guitar, I'm thankful to have it. Let's see, we're getting somewhere. We're so close. And another thing that would make this a lot easier, before I started putting oil on the fretboard, is if you take a steel wool, the thinnest, finest grade of steel wool, I think it's quad 0, you can just rub it on the fretboard and get the buildup off that way, and then oil it up afterwards. But that would be something I would do outside, because it's really messy. In this situation, I'd probably clean the guitar for 10 minutes and then get bored and switch to stringing it. It's just a obsessive compulsive thing with me when it comes very specifically to guitar care. Is it slippery after you're done cleaning and when you start playing the guitar? Yeah, so like I hadn't talked about it on stream, but every time I would play it, it just feels like your hands are sticky when you play the guitar because there's just grease and stuff from your hands and your arms that get on it over the course of weeks and months of playing. So cleaning all that off, it just feels like if you've ever waxed a car, the difference between an unwaxed car and a waxed one is mirror finish and super smooth to the touch. So your rag, if you threw the rag on top of it, it would just slide right off the hood. So that's what we're going for right now. This guitar was your pearl of great price. Pearl of great price. I've never heard that phrase before, Malhood. But I think I understand the meaning behind it. So yeah, it's my baby. If I like this more than my car. A car is just a car, pretty much. Unless it's like a specialty car. Oh, Joseph Smith's Pearl of Great Price. Joseph Smith, who was Joseph Smith? Was that the guy who wrote the Book of Mormon? That's the way I am with cars. I buy one brand new and then keep it until it needs a new engine or transmission. I ran my Jeep Wrangler until it had 330,000 miles on it before I sold it. Malhood, you're so lucky that you got that many miles on your Jeep. Mine pooped out at... It was 101,000 miles on it. And it was done. Engine seized up. There was nothing that could be done to bring it back to life, so it got totaled. Parted it out to a friend who owned a mechanic shop. And I told myself I would never get another Jeep. But you know what? I absolutely loved that car. And I miss driving that car. And it was... I think I liked that car even more than the one I have now. And it was so simple. It was the base model too. It was like the crappiest Jeep. It didn't even have cruise control on it, which was really annoying. I hated that actually. I just lied. I love my car that I have right now way more than my Jeep. But I liked the kind of the mid-sized... Not mid-sized. It was a very small... It was just nice to be up in the air a little bit, because right now I feel like I'm sitting in a sports car, just way down on the ground. There's no visibility. All right, what do we think? That looks pretty good. Looks pretty darn good. Wax on, wax off. It's a companion book to the Book of Mormon. Oh, nice. Hey, Dea. We're restringing some guitars over here. Some guitar. We're almost done. Just getting the fretboard wiped down. So, and it can have a tendency to get kind of greasy at this stage, so you want to make sure you keep it clean. Excuse me. And I'm gonna repolish it as well, because last thing I want is to have this stuff get everywhere. That's not what you want. Not at all. Make sure you dispose of your towels properly. more. One more dry paper towel. Rub off any excess that might be on there. A car is just a car. I think so. Wade, what I meant by that was like a commuter car to get from point A to point B. That's the purpose of a car to me. A car is a car. I don't care really how fancy it is, unless it's like a sick car. Then that's something different. And I guess that's just how I look at cars. That's just not what I'm really interested in. I think cool cars are awesome. But also, that speaks to how little that I know about cars. The only thing that I can do with the car is change the tires, change the brakes, change the oil, put new windshield wiper fluid in it. And I think I want to try fixing my car's air conditioning. The compressor on the air conditioner is still blowing air, but it's not cold. So it's just hot, spicy air. In this Kansas City sun, it's not ideal. So I'm gonna try to fix that here in the next couple weeks or so. I'm hoping it's something that I can just do myself. Change the blinker fluid. That's an important step that not a lot of people teach their kids. Gotta know how to change the blinker fluid. How else are people gonna know that you're turning left or right if you don't change the fluid? It's really a safety for you and everyone else on the road. All right, that's looking clean. So now we're gonna polish it. Oh my gosh. See, I told you, Mickey. No one else uses that besides you. I might as well just rename it instead of first exclamation. Just name it Mickey's Redemption. How are you and the friends? How is the get together? Also, tonight's stream is brought to you by Mickey. She gifted these strings to me. Found them on the front porch last night at like 10 o'clock. And I was so excited. And it was completely anonymous too. It didn't have a packing slip in it. But thank you so much, Mickey. This was so necessary, so needed. Hope you have a nice stream. I gotta go to bed. Chirps. Hello and goodbye. A car contains all your memories you got within it. That is true. Yes, the memories that I had. I was so sad when I gave up my Jeep when it was totaled, and it was sitting in the. I think we left it at a dealership. No, it wasn't a dealership. It was a repair shop there in Lawrence. And I, took some final photos, sat in it one more time, gripped the steering wheel, let out a big sigh. And it was sad. It's like losing a good friend. Because I did not want to give up that car. I wanted to drive that into the dirt. It was a 2006 model. So it wasn't anything special. It really wasn't anything special. But I loved that car. And it had so many good memories in it. And so many interesting, maybe not good memories, but just memories nonetheless that are kind of funny to look back on now. I do a lot of hiking, so my car is important to me. When I lived in Japan, I could take trains and buses to hiking trails, but not here. When did you live in Japan, Mount Hood? That's awesome. That is one place that is on my bucket list to visit, if not actually live in. Just have this kind of weird American fixation with Japanese culture. It's like an alien planet. Summer has started. It indeed has. I'm glad, though. I'm glad summer's here. I'm a summer kind of guy. I've never heard of blinker fluid. You gotta research blinker fluid, Mount Hood. It's really important. You know what? I love jokes that are like accurate. So yeah, you gotta make sure that your battery works. There's technically fluid in the battery that is running your brake lights. Very true. Yeah, my dad shared a video the other it was probably a couple years ago now. And it was this guy who had sent his daughter into Ace Hardware to pick up some breaker fluid or blinker fluid. And she goes into the store and then comes out and just says, "Dad, everyone laughed at me." Because blinker fluid isn't a real thing. All right, we are almost there. One more paper towel. I think everyone who used to own a Jeep Wrangler misses it. I owned a Jeep Liberty, and I wish I had a Wrangler, or I wish I had a Grand Cherokee. I had the worst Jeep model. There's no denying that. However, it just drove so beautifully, and it was fun too. It's kind of like an adventure car. I didn't really care about it getting dirty on the inside. Nitrous Envy, welcome to tonight's stream. How are you? And more importantly, to Nitros, how is the puppy? Thundercats. Actually, used to watch Thundercats quite a bit. Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are. Something like that. Oh man. That is a trip. Thinking back to that. Have you found a name for your puppy, Nitros? I taught English in Nagoya, Japan for 3 years in the 90s. That's right. I think you did mention that a while ago, Mount Hood. I'd forgotten that you taught English. I don't like summer anymore. 2 decades in the Middle East ruined it for me. That's too much of summer. Man, you spent 2 decades over there? Hey, thank you for gifting out a Tier 1 sub to Nitros Envy. Mount Hood, appreciate that. Yeah, summer in the Middle East. Winter in the Middle East, I have no idea what it's like, but it even sounds bad. Okay. So she came out with real blinker fluid in her eyes, that's right. She was like, "What the hell, Dad? Everyone just laughed at me." And obviously, from my point of view, I think it was like I laugh at her because it was pretty silly of a joke. But if you don't know, then you just don't know. If you like have that little knowledge about cars, you can't feel too upset about yourself. That's it. Wait, why do I not have a pickle on me? You need a pickle, Nitros. Where's your pickle? Mount Hood, thanks for the Twitch, baby. Thank you for 9 months, man. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera. Probably not. There's going to be no way. Well, you can kind of see little divots in the frets. You see those divots in the frets? It's really worn down over the years. So I'm guessing probably in another year or two I'll have to get these frets replaced. All right, now it comes to the fun part. Restringing. Unless you want to have silent guitar strings. Man, even just playing like right here, the way my fingers are sliding, instead of just like getting stuck on grunge. I love hiking near mountains, so I wait all year until July when I can hike near them again. That's a really great point. Hiking without mountains around is just not as fun. And there's something majestic about mountains. Hiking in You ever gone hiking in central Kansas? It's just not the same. You gotta have mountains. Nitros, what is going on, dude? A $90 tip to keep the lights on, baby? Thank you for filling up the bar. Man, you're so generous, and I really appreciate that. But you know, these strings were gifted by Mickey, but like just to keep this going, like it costs money. That's what it costs to, you know, maintain your instruments and do this for you. So thank you so much for the support. Really putting a big smile on my face. So let's get these strings going. Mount Hood, why do you not have a pickle on your name? Oh. Okay, you gifted $90, so I'll let that slide. Wait, here's my pickle. You can have that. It's like early autumn, but really, really humid, so you need super warm clothing and you're cold all the time, even though it's only like 10 degrees. Early autumn, are you talking about the Middle East in wintertime? That sounds awful. And 10 degrees, is that 10 degrees Fahrenheit or centigrade? Because I'll be honest, I don't know what 10 degrees centigrade feels like. Twitch, baby. Heck yeah. That's how the air guitar was born? Yeah, some guy just broke all of his strings. He's like, well, I'm just going to practice and pretend that I'm playing. This is a good time to describe something. Whenever I'm not playing guitar and like I want to, say I'm in a car ride and like there's nothing to do. I don't have service on my phone. I can literally play guitar without having a guitar, and that's through mental repetition. So think about a song that you were practicing and like want to get better at, and then literally you can just close your eyes and then plan out where the finger placements are. But you can do that without a guitar at all and just completely use your mind. That's mental repetitions are huge when it comes to learning guitar. And honestly, if you're just starting guitar, that's something that you have to be able to do if you want to get better fast. Can I ask a stupid question? There are no stupid questions. So yes, ask away. 45 minutes to clean guitar, 15 minutes to restring it. Oh man, it's almost been an hour. I guess I've been replying to comments too. What is a Fairmont Park? Fairmont. I've heard of something like Fairmont Plaza. I don't know what that question means. Oh, Mount Hood forced you into that gaming, Nitros? You had no choice for that dono? I lived near Fargo, North Dakota for a few years. No mountains to hike near there. The puppy is now known as Annie Oakley. Yes. Annie, are you Oakley? Are you Oakley? Are you Oakley, Annie? I love it. She looks like an Annie. Or she looks like an Oakley. It's kind of selfish of me, Nitros, but if you have it within your heart to take any video footage of Oakley and post it in the chat, I just love dogs, and specifically cute ones like chocolate labs. Okay, here we go. So make sure, first off, that you're using the right string, because I've had some of these in the past that get out of order. So we're going to start with the low one first. My sub expired 2 hours ago, so you resubbed 5 minutes ago. Unacceptable. You can't have a 2-hour break of sub. Yes, you were talking about winter, 10 degrees Celsius, it's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That makes more sense to me. Yeah, us Americans, it's the dumbest thing that we're still on in the imperial system. Like, I would be so down if tonight everyone decided, hey, by the way, we're not using Fahrenheit anymore. We're going to be normal and use a measurement system that actually makes sense. But no. Why would you do that? Ooh. You know, I just realized. I think I dropped. Yep. Drop this guy. Spunky, sweet. Which side does this go on? Alright, so here's the magic. And this is where it would be kind of helpful to have. What if I did this? Maybe. And I'm going to get this string on real quick, and then I'll describe to you a little trick. So let me get this one started. Actually, that's straight, and that'll do it. I remember I used to get so nervous when I would string up my guitars first starting out, because when you learn how to string a guitar, you're probably going to go through a couple sets learning how to do it properly, or if you actually do get it done, it's probably not going to be the best the first time that you do it. But now I've done it so many times that it's an easy process. All right. Marky, are you okay? Marky, are you okay? Will you tell us that you're okay? There's a sound at the window. Yeah, I'm okay. Why? Yeah, restringing the guitar backwards, Dea. I've done it. Mistakes that I've made are putting the wrong string on the wrong tuning peg, are tightening the string too much, and making the length the wrong length at the tuning peg. So there's a few different factors that you got to make sure that you're hitting. And I actually didn't do a great job doing this one, but so we're gonna have tuning issues probably for the next couple days, which is expected with the method that I'm using right now. But if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, the reason why I use the method that I do is because after everything's set and all the tension has been relieved, then the tuning stability is just the best. So it sets up quality guitar play for months if you string it right the first time. Okay, so that's one string. Almost knocked that off. Hey, you never know, Mount Hood, that could be an interesting thing. Or maybe not random strings on random tuning pegs, but just different tunings in general. I haven't done a whole lot of experimentation over the years with different tunings. I've always kept it in standard. Although if you've ever seen a movie that's kind of like August Rush, or is anyone familiar with the movie August Rush? And I can't even remember anything that happens in that movie. However, the kid plays guitar, and he has it tuned to an open tuning, so pretty much anything that you play is going to sound good. What was I trying to say there? But yeah, I just haven't experimented with that very much. So what I'm doing for the string length, on acoustic guitars, it's always one tuning peg. On electric guitars, it's two. So what I mean by this, see if I can get this in frame. Boop. Everything's backwards. The distance between these two pegs. That's how much string length you want to give yourself. So I pull it tight. Make sure there's no slack all the way to the nut. And then take out one tuner's length and then push it back. And for the lower strings, since they are a thicker gauge of string, I give it just a little bit less than that. Almost forgot what I was doing there for a second. So you go around. Like, even though I know how to do this, it's still annoying. Had to subscribe to some Nitro thing in Discord to do it. But there you have it. You had to subscribe to Nitro to post a video? That's annoying. I mean, it's kind of funny that it's Nitro. Okay. And we'll get this thing here tightened. Come on now. Come off it. What's this thing? Oh my God. Okay, I know what I need to fix. Just can't get to it. There we go. Oh, that was perfect. So right about this time, you might be asking yourself, watching the stream, and you're thinking, hey, Mark, are you forgetting something? Aren't you forgetting something, dude? And... oh. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I need to replace the battery in my pickup, so I want to do that before I get my strings on. This little thing. I kind of wish that pickups didn't need batteries. I feel like it's kind of an archaic solution to what needs to be done, but that just is what it is right now. Or maybe if, like, can 9-volt battery technology get better? Can someone make that better real quick? That'd be great. So get this put on. Right there. Yep. I've tried to change the battery with strings on before, and you have to detune everything and push it all out of the way, so I'm really glad that I remembered to do this when I did. Check the battery. We're full. Alrighty. All right, we're 1 hour and 6 minutes into the string changing. Check Discord. If you don't mind, Nitro, I'm going to play the video of your dog when I get it pulled up. August Rush with Robin Williams, right? I didn't know it had Robin Williams in it. I do mine electric in reverse. The ball stays up, and I cut it at the bridge. I know I'm weird, but otherwise it takes hours to get the bridge at the right position. Trying to think of what you mean by that. By cutting the ball end at the bridge. I don't know. I'd have to visually see it. Reading it through text didn't make sense. You do need Nitro in order to send videos, but to do the right way, share it with a link. It'll be a link from your gallery. Oh. Thanks for letting me know about that, Unique Girl. I didn't know that was a thing. I also think it's weird that you need a subscription to send videos through Nitro or through Discord. Let's do a screen share. Oh my god! Little Oakley. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Wow. I love her. Baldwin Orange, hello. He will, sir. Hello, I mean. What's up, Baldwin? We're just getting ready to have this tuned up. We're almost there. If you want to do that, Unique Girl, I'm not going to stop you. It's kind of rare that I share videos on Discord, although you never know when you might need to. No, the ball of the string stays up where you tune the strings. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So you like tie the string around the bridge instead of... I've actually seen it done that way before. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I've never personally done it that way, but I have seen it done that way. And it's kind of funny. I titled the live stream "How to Tune Your Guitar the Right Way," or like the right way to tune a guitar. There's no right way to tune a guitar. There's only this is the way that I've found after trying like 3 or 4 different methods that works best for me on this specific guitar. So pull it out. You can really see it up here. So one string, one tuning peg's length, then bring it back. And twist it. It's kind of hard for me to show you what's going on, to show you how I actually lock in the string. But essentially I'm looping the string back under itself and then coming around top and then back around. And it just, as the string tightens, it builds tension on itself and it literally just grips onto itself. But it is kind of loose at the beginning. So it's going to take a while to get this guy in rock solid tuning. But once it gets there, it'll be set. Do you know anything by John Prine? I looked that guy up not too long ago, but I don't know the music well enough to play it yet. Did you request John Prine last time you were here, Baldwin? I'm going to show you a video of a dog here, and you'll fall in love with him. There is, however, only one way to tune a fish. I will concur on that one. Another method that I've wrongly changed the string on a guitar is tuning it the wrong way on the peg and not realizing it until you're done. That's a rookie mistake. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. That's a different application to that joke that I haven't heard before. I've always heard the one, what's the difference between a guitar and a fish? But a piano would make sense too. Which reminds me, I was going to tune my parents' piano when I went home for Memorial Day, and I completely forgot about it. Their piano's from the 1800s, and I think we got it tuned when I was in middle school and took piano lessons. But it sounds like trash right now. Like, sounds so bad that you can't play piano. You ever been there? It's like, man, I can't even use this instrument because of how bad it sounds. Number one step, tune your instruments. Tune them. These little strings are so much easier to tune just because you can finagle the string. Manipulate it a whole lot easier because it's such a smaller gauge. And I think they measure these strings in, I think it's hundredths of an inch. So this one is 24 hundredths of an inch, or maybe it's 24 thousandths. I bet it's thousandths. Yeah, there's no possible way it'd be hundreds. This is if you're thinking this kind of looks awkward, It's because it is awkward. I generally have a different method for how I string guitars. A flat tabletop with, if you have one of those yoga rollers that you use to roll your back around on, that's a great thing to put underneath the headstock, just right there. It kind of lifts your guitar up a little bit. Put it on a flat table. Makes the process a whole lot easier. So that's another thing that's adding time to this. And it might seem slow, it might seem tedious, but if you do it right, which we're going to do it right, it'll just last. Angel from Montgomery by John Prine is so good. Susan Tedeschi version is epic. Let me check it out. I think there's been a few people who have asked for John Prine, so I need to get some of those songs on the list. Mark has been giving us a free guitar lesson, no strings attached. That's great. And that's why I keep coming back to Twitch. This thing clipped. Two more. Then comes the fun process of getting it all in tune, which is going to take the entire stream. First time I came with a raid into your channel, I cut my nails so I could play after months of not. Now I actually have the guitar in my hands. Let's go, Dea. Let's go. That's exciting. Yeah, a guitar can be either something that you use or something that you look at. It's like, oh yeah, the guitar, that's just that thing that sits over there in the corner. Nobody touches it in the house, though. That's how a lot of people are. I have so many friends that are like that. I'll walk over to their house and then they have a guitar hanging up on the wall or sitting on the floor somewhere or leaning up against something. I'll be like, oh, you have a guitar? It's like, oh yeah, we don't play that. It's so grossly out of tune and the strings are rusted into oblivion. I've had friends come over and I actually like doing this. Like it's probably going to take me an hour and a half to fully do this. I could probably get it done in an hour if I was off stream and like really just going for it. But I do enjoy this process, and it's fun to transform, honestly, a not very good guitar into something that's playable. This is obviously a really good guitar, in my opinion, but for other people who don't have like this caliber of an instrument, you can take a low quality guitar and still really make it playable if it's set up properly. And so I've had friends come over and bring their instruments with them, and I just give them a setup. And they feel bad. I'm like, don't feel bad. It's like, I like doing this. And it's kind of a thing, like for my own mental health. It's like, oh man, I have to get that guitar working, or else it's just gonna bother me. Get that tight, up and over, back around. And these last couple strings are a little bit tricky when you're tightening them up, because you want to make sure that your string doesn't get overlapped in the wrong way. And this one looks pretty good. Like your keyboard. Oh my god. Exactly like my keyboard. If I had a real piano, so this is just a MIDI controller, and it plays like absolute dog trash. It's not something that's like enjoyable to sit down and play as an instrument because it feels like a toy. It feels like a little Fisher-Price piece of garbage. It's more of the usability for just controlling software instruments rather than it is sitting down and playing the piano, which is what I would want to do ultimately, because I'm a pretty good piano player, but I'm not a very good MIDI keyboard controller player. But I know I need to get it set up anyways. Last string? Anyone? Yeah, your guitar day is just giving you the stank eye. You know, you could just pick me up. Dea, I'm right here. Just pick me up. All right, last string. We got the pickup fixed. All right, yeah. And one other thing that I was gonna do that I forgot about until right now, and it's just too late, was this pickup has obviously wires that run on the inside of the guitar body. Come on. And some of the wires came loose from this little bracket thing that holds it to the sides and out of the way. So it's kind of rattling every now and again. There we go. So I was gonna get that put back in the bracket, but I'll have to do without it. All right, push her through. Don't mess up on the last string. Don't mess up on the last string. Let me focus real quick on this. Because this string is so dainty, it's just hard to see where it's going. Gotta be nimble. That. Back around. We're done. There's also a tool that it's kind of like a ratchet. Not a ratchet, but it's just something that you can put on the end of a tuning peg and really just spin it quickly. So if I was working at a guitar shop, that would be a tool that I would have. But I just don't change my strings enough to like really warrant needing it. Let's cut this off. And another mistake that I've made over the years is when I cut off this loose end, I've accidentally cut another one of the strings that I had already tuned. So you want to make sure that you definitely don't do that. I remember very vividly that happening to me. I was so angry. New strings, baby. Look how nice that looks. So fresh. I do declare. We gotta show it off, you know? Show off your baby. Ta-da! Let's get a headshot. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Yeah, so proud. I'm a proud father. So let's make sure we get rid of these strings first, because another mistake that you can do is not throw these away immediately. And then your feet like to find, the bottom of your feet like to find these little metal shards. They absolutely love to find these and step on them and puncture yourself. So I'll be right back. I got to get rid of these. Where are the other ones? There's so much trash. Get all the trash. All right, what do you think? Should we tune it up? G Bango. What's up? What do you think of the new guitar? What are your thoughts specifically? A little bit low. Can you play some music for me? Oh, JB. Just you wait. Just a second. Come on, chair. Shit. Stuck. There we go. So JB, we just replaced strings on this. So we got to tune up. Let's turn this off for you. Play us a tuning song? That'd be rough. So we literally, JB, right before you commented, we literally just finished putting new strings on. So now we're about to tune up. Also, JB, thanks for the follow. Bango. Give me a price to have the keyboard set up by this weekend. So here's the issue with this keyboard in particular. It doesn't have any sounds like baked in. It only controls the sounds that you have in your digital audio workstation. And I run all of my sound through a pedal board. And so I'd have to completely revamp everything. Like, I'd have to just start from square one with the audio. And I've never done that before. So I don't know really how to do that. But a price, I don't even know. Maybe that's a donation goal that we can put up on Scream sometime. Everyone's been asking for it for a long while now. So we're well overdue. There's no guitar that is not used in Wade Plays Music Poorly's house. He's a wonderful musician. Wade, do I follow you? I'm pretty sure I do. I think you've been here before. At least a few times. Nope, I lied. There you go, sir. You have the same keyboard, just dusted it off? Yeah, it's just a prop right now. Yeah, Dea, that little tool I was talking about, that's one thing. That'd be a good stocking stuffer. Mom, if you're watching, give me one of those for Christmas, please. Ah, see? He caught you. Doesn't use the broken guitar. $80 messages, what the hell? All right, let's see what... We're almost there. There's another trick that I use for getting it up to tune. Dust in the... Yeah. JB? Bango? Let's do that song. I'm not going to be able to play it like Billy Strings. But it's a good song. We'll try anyways. I don't know if this is necessary. Probably not at all. But what I do is I always tune it a half step. I tune all of the strings a half step below of where I eventually want to get to. And I'm not sure if it really has any benefit of any kind, but in my mind it just kind of tempers the string in a way and gets it up to a a reasonable tension level before you put everything on it. And then at this point, you can kind of take the slack out of the top and the bottom of the string. Get all of those loose points. You want to pull just enough so you get some string, some tension out of the system, but you don't want to obviously rip the string in half. So just be gentle. And these ones you got to be really careful with. And there we go again. So I tune my guitar down a half step. That's where I like to keep it. All right, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Jeez. If I'm being transparent, I thought it was going to take me 30 minutes. I did not know it was going to take this long. So this is the only downside of the way that I tuned it, is that we're going to have tuning issues for the next 48 hours. But then after all of the string tension gets equalized, then it'll be all good. One of the strings ringing off is a neck issue, right? If you mean by like fret buzz. What do you mean the string is ringing off? Oof. Yeah. This is gonna be pretty bad. Oh man. Didn't realize that was happening. They're so much more stiff right now. The last strings I had on were so loosey-goosey. Wow. Yeah, I might have made a mistake doing this on stream. Sounds so much more crispy. Just Seems you've been running through the night. The echoes inside remind you wrong from right. You hide from the pain, but it won't change a thing till you fill this empty room. And when the night comes, I whisper in your ear sweet words and a melody will ring loud and clear. But you won't be complete till your work in this world is done and you fill this empty room. Am I really alone? Is there anyone out there, anyone to help me along? Someone to rely on, someone to take the fall, someone to fill this empty room. And when that night comes, I whisper in your ear sweet words and a melody will ring loud and clear. But you won't be complete till your work in this world is done and you fill this empty room. If my power goes out, it's because there's a rainstorm right now. We had the power go out not too long ago. The new strings sound beautiful already. Isn't it like just a drastic improvement? As if the string is touching something it's not supposed to. Yeah, I mean, if you get fret buzz, that's a non-starter. Here, multitasking and listening with one earphone could barely take a rest at home. Just want to lay down. Do you not have space to lay down? I'm trying to get tension out of the string again. Also, I have one last tip for stringing up your guitar and keeping it in tune. And part of the process for the guitar getting set is at the bridge. Obviously, the majority of the problem for the string issues are happening right here at the nut and the way that I tune the string on the tuner itself. But something that you can help out with is called breaking the string. And so the angle that it comes over the bridge at, there's a section right here where it's still coming over and it hasn't it's more like this instead of, that's not describing it to you well. You just want to flatten the string right past the nut. Just push down right there. Push down right there. And so you break that string right across the bridge. There you go. Now I bet we're wildly out of tune. Not too bad. Not too bad. So what we can do now. So someone requested, excuse me, Dust in a Baggie by Billy Strings. So we'll do that. That'll be an interesting song to warm up on. So I'll get the cue turned on. Right there. It sounds so much better. It's kind of bright. Oh my god, is it hailing? This is like one of those storms, like I need to go look outside real quick. Be right back. Dang. Yeah, it's a monsoon outside. I feel like there's a 98% chance that this stream goes down due to the thunderstorm. We're getting quite the deluge. And yeah, we're definitely getting hail. It's like seriously bad. That's like, it's wild. Yo, what is going on? Are we in like a tornado right now? Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Yeah, we're in the thick. It's gonna get worse too. It's like so loud that like it's like definitely coming through my headphones. Can you guys hear that at all through the mic? All right, we'll see if I get blown away. Nothing coming through. If it's that bad, either the power of the internet will probably go out just as you're playing my request, as is such. We would only expect that. We had a storm all day long as well on the other side of the world. It's your turn now. It made it this way. Oh, it's just the percussionist on the roof. That's... God's just playing drums on the roof. It's not hail. All right, let's pull up the song list and I'm ready to go. Hey, who requested Dust in a Baggie? J Van Gogh, are you still here? Well, you got a prediction badge, Mount Hood. I didn't know they had those. Got a point of no return. I just took my lighter to the bulb and watched it burn. This life of sin, it's got me in. It's got me back in prison once again. And I used my only phone call to contact my daddy and got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. I slept in 7 days, having 8 in 3. Them methamphetamine has got a damn good hold of me. My tweaker friends on no return. I just took my lighter to the bulb and watched it burn. Has anyone here heard of Billy Strings? He's a pretty crazy bluegrass guitar player. But this was one of the songs that he got famous on. And it was just kind of a crappy recording of him playing it in a living room with his friends. And it blew up. I slept in 7 days, having 8 in 3. Methamphetamine has got a damn good hold of me. Tweaker friends have got me in a point of no return. I just took my lighter to the bulb and watched it burn. This life of sin has got me in. It's got me back to drinking once again. And I used my only phone call to contact my daddy, and got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. Well, I heard and listened what Mom and Papa said. Wouldn't be locked up in prison, troubled in the head. But I took that little pop, turned down and whispering, I got 20 years of that, and think of what I've done. And this life of sin has got me in, got me back in prison once again. And I used my only phone call to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. I got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. Yeah, Billy Strings plays that quite a bit faster than I can play. I'm not a bluegrass player, not a flat picker. I do really like that song though. Never heard of him? He is grassroots all the way. All right, let's play this Carole King song. One of my favorite songs of all time in any genre. When you get the chance, I explain myself about multitasking. What do you mean? What do you want to explain? Look up in the chat. Put my clothes in the washer. Gotta clean my clothes on the couch. Oh, and your stepmom wants you to fold them? They got you doing house chores. There's always something to do. It's never done. I mean, what do you want? Like what? I don't know what you're like referring to. No, nothing is going right. You need some love and care. Nothing, no, nothing is going right. These strings are so much better. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there, brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, and fall,
All you gotta do is call and I'll be there. Yeah, you got a friend.
Hey, Kylie.
Trouble, and you need some love and care, and nothing, no, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. In the spring, summer, and fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend. You got a friend. If the sky above you should grow dark and full of clouds, trouble, and you need some love and care, nothing, oh nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there and brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name. You know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. You gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, you got a friend.
I'm going to tune up one more time. And then we'll play that. Kylie, how was your weekend? One more tune up. Not well. Fell asleep 3 hours ago. Just woke up with a massive headache. I'm sorry to hear that. Were you the person who had a migraine or a headache last week too? I talked with someone about migraines last week, and it's not a fun thing to go through. Wagon wheel, of course. You don't even need to request it. I already know. Oh, we're not done with that song, Mount Hood. We were just preparing. Because I want to make sure I play it right. Because I like the song so much.
trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You got a friend. You got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll be hearing me at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, and I'll come running.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hi, do you know anything about the Mexican restaurants in the area?
Can you stop calling me?
Someone was still texting me with your information.
Can you stop harassing me and calling?
No,
Everyone is so interested to know what you have to say. Everyone.
I'm serious, stop commenting on my stuff, and somebody won't stop texting me with your stuff.
So this is the person who she's just calling on a no caller ID number. Check this out.
Seriously, I don't know who it is. Someone keeps sending me your info. Someone literally keeps sending me your
How about
info.
you just
I don't know
stop
your stuff.
trying to get in touch with me?
Please don't comment on my stuff. I have no idea who's doing this.
Okay. Unbelievable. That person has called me thousands of times on a no-name, untraceable number, and can't get away from this person. It's unbelievable. Sorry that ruined the song, Mount Hood. So, I gotta go into airplane mode so she can't call. So annoying. And that's what it's like to have a stalker. Thank God she doesn't know where I live. All right. That threw me off. So I'm just gonna get back into my favorite song again. Gonna go back into my happy place. Well said. Very well said.
Above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon you'll be hearing me at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. spring, summer, and fall. All you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. You've got a friend. When people can be so cold, yeah, they'll hurt you, desert you, and they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name. Do you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. Sing, you got a friend.
It says, wait, you actually see what I said? Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I don't think we actually, or I'm not sure if Twitch automatically deletes comments. Sorry, I was really thrown off just now. Oh, so Twitch does auto mod. I love that it says added the permitted term annoying bitch. Yeah, we can use that term just in this scenario. She's not just annoying. It's like she won't leave me alone. It's like you've got to move on. Some people would have changed their phone numbers by now to get away from the stalker, but that computer. I mean, ugh. I need to. This is something I want to think about off stream. Not on stream. Wouldn't it be nice if she just like actually left me alone and I didn't have to think about it anymore? That'd be great. I just want to talk about it. I need to talk to someone about this. So she calls me, and her line of thinking is, Mark, someone is contacting me with your information and they won't leave me alone. And I ask her, okay, cool. Like, can you send me like an email or a text message or like forward these messages that these people are sending to you? And magically, there's no messages that exist. It's like haven't received a single piece of evidence over the past 7 or 8 years that she's been stalking me. It's just unbelievably annoying. All right, that's it. That's the story. Yeah, she used to be my roommate.
Headed down south to the land of the pines and thumbing my way into North Carolina. Stepping up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, hoping for Friday I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
Yeah, that's the part I'm worried about.
Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. Baby plays the guitar, and I pick a banjo now. On the North Country winters, they be getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, and I had to leave town. I ain't turning back to living that old life no more. Singing, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Still rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south and out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long tow. It's burning west to the Cumberland Gap, Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name and I know that she's the only one. If I die, well, at least I will die free. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
nice. Very nice. So glad this song was on the list. It made your night. Yeah, Kylie, you're welcome to hear that every time that you come to stream if you want. So we have another viewer. His name's Sean Shine, and his favorite song is Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. And every time he comes to the stream, he'll request that song. So nothing wrong with having favorites. And yeah, Mount Hood, about changing the phone number, I feel like it's just an entire day that I'd have to devote to changing all of the two-factor authentications from like everything from your bank to Twitch to just like little things, your email. There's so many little things that I have set up with two-factor authentication. And I'm not sure what the process would be if like I just immediately changed my phone number. I probably have like an email backup. I don't know. I'm just worried I'll get kicked out of a platform. And it's easy to miss one, right? So right now I'm just declining phone calls. It's annoying. She calls me at all hours of the day too, which is the worst part. I love getting woken up at 5 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I love that.
Started when we were younger, you were mine. My boo, and other brothers taking over, but it's still in your eyes. My boo, even though we used to argue, it's alright, and that's okay. No, we haven't seen each other in a while. You will always be my boo. It's alright, that's okay. Though we haven't seen each other in a while, you will always be my boo. When younger, you were mine. My boo, and all the brothers taking over, but it's still in your eyes. My boo, even though we used to argue, it's alright, and that's okay. Well, we haven't seen each other in a while. You will always be my boo. it's still in your eyes. And though we used to argue, it's alright and it's okay when we haven't seen each other in a while. You will always be my boo.
Anyone still here? Who hates Mark? Mark is awesome. There's no reason to hate him. I don't think. If you were talking about the person who called me, I don't think she hates me. I think it's the other way around. If I put Twitch on the lock screen, it always turns off. Do you have an iPhone? Unique girl? Because iOS cuts that off. It'd be nice if you could play Twitch with the app closed. I would use it like a radio, if that was the case. You don't like iPhones? Why not? They're awesome. They don't have the apps. What apps do you need? I would say it's the other way around. Because if Android didn't have GarageBand, I don't know what I would do. To edit videos? Like iMovie? You can use iMovie. Or I actually use... what do I use? I use LumaFusion. And that thing does everything I could ever want it to. The iMovie is kind of basic. I just saw that Colleen's streaming right now. We might go raid her. depending on how long she's going to stream for. Sorry, I'm watching Colleen stream while I'm streaming. Is that not good etiquette? Everything is cheaper on Android from the phone itself to the apps. Yeah, I guess that's true. What I really want, I kind of got shoehorned into the PC platform because I would have gone a Mac route if I had the opportunity to. Because then the way that the iPhone talks to the Mac is awesome. It works so well together. I'm constantly frustrated when I try to send stuff back and forth from my phone to the computer. I haven't found a really good way to do that. But if I had a Mac, it would just be so easy.
Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach.
You know what I really need, though? I need some water. I just realized I haven't had a water glass this entire time. So I'll be right back. Let me go grab that. When I want to transfer pics and videos from my phone to laptop, I'll insert my SD on laptop, only if there's an SD card insert. Yeah, I don't have an SD card reader. I mean, what good would that do for the phone, though? Because they don't have SD readers. I'm out of iced coffee. I've run dry.
Nobody's on the beach. Feel it in the air. It's falling down the reach. Goes down and low. To your house. Though I know you're not home. I can see you brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back and your sunglasses on, baby. And I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. I can see you, brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back and your sunglasses on, baby. And I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone away.
My lips are dry. Let me aquatize. Yeah, Unique Girl, this song's a classic. I think I'm gonna do it a little slower than I normally do.
Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air, the summer's out of reach. Empty lake and empty streets, and the sun goes down alone. Driving by your house, though I know you're not home. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back and your sunglasses on, baby. And I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. Never forget those nights, wonder it's all a dream. Remember how you made me crazy, remember how I made you scream. Now I don't understand what happened to our love, but babe, I'm gonna get you back and show you what I'm made of. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. I see you walking real slow and smiling to everyone, and I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. A little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. Thought I knew what lovers that I know. Those days are gone forever, I should just let them go. But I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair pulled back and you're smiling at everyone, and I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair slicked back and your wayfarers on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Missed the loop and gave up on it. You've been looking for that song? Was it one of those where you're like, oh my gosh, I love that song, but you can't like think of the name of it, so you couldn't find it? But now you have? Is that the situation you're talking about? Well, I guess it's kind of a slow night here on Twitch. So, Kylie, we'll do one more song for you. And I think that's going to be it. I wish there was some kind of application where you could just hum a melody into it, and then it would choose the song that's closest. Something like Shazam, but it's you can just hum into it. There is. What do you mean there is? Because I need it. Google Assistant does it? I'm going to download that immediately. How's the storm going? It dissipated so quickly. It was here and then it was gone. Yeah, no worries, Wade. I always like to follow musicians on Twitch. All right, I just downloaded the Google Assistant thing, so we'll see if that works. If I wasn't on stream, I would definitely have gone out on the back patio and watched it. Because it was a crazy. I don't think I got hail damage on my car. I don't think it was that bad. But it wasn't great. So let me test this out. Because I don't believe you. My God, it wants access to every part of my life. Okay, how can I help you? So it says click on it and then look for a song. Can you find a song for me?
Here's what I found on the web.
Maybe I'll just hum it. What's the song that goes like?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we can look up what's most popular.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
It didn't get it. All right, so far, doesn't work. Exactly. Why do you need access to everything that I do in my life for me to use your app? I'll check it out later. But I'm just going to play this song and probably be done for the night. If you wanted to, I'll still accept a priority request. If you wanted.
Day starts with a coffee, ends with a wine. Takes forever getting ready, so she's never on time for anything. She gets that come get me look in her eyes, and it kinda scares me the way that she drives me wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. And the way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, wears her heart on her sleeve. And she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. Makes plans for the weekend, can't wait to go out. She changes her mind, says let's stay on the couch and watch TV. And she falls asleep. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. In the way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, wears her heart on her sleeve. She's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. She's unpredictable, unforgettable, it's unusual, unbelievable. How I'm such a fool, yeah, I'm such a fool for her. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, wears her heart on her sleeve. She's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. She's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me.
Alrighties. That's gonna do it. So let's just let's not think about it at all and just raid Colleen. What do we think? Hey Sonny. How are you? We just got done doing the thing. Doing the streaming thing. Hope you're good though. Hi, bye. That's gonna do it for today. But you guys know the deal, the dealio. I really do appreciate you for all of the support. Thank you for being here. And I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 o'clock. So hope to see you next time. And yeah, the thing did go. It went great. We got new strings on the guitar. She's looking pretty. We polished her up. But yeah, it was a great stream. Thank you, Mount Hood. Dea, have a fantastic rest of your day. And you're very welcome. I'll be back on Wednesday. I might even be back tomorrow. Might do a random stream. But if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you do join that, and I'll send out an update. But let's go see Colleen. Peace.